have to pay this much amount of money, and it may be recurring, it may be one-time investment. And the thing is, as we already noticed, sometimes one-time investment of a huge amount is much harder for us. So we might have to split it into we might have to split it into different. mm, Excuse me a second. We'll have to split it into different yearly payment or monthly payment or different things. So this LIC's one, I think it involves 1 lakh or minimum 1 lakh per year. If you can invest minimum 1 lakh per year, how she told us, after 20 years, you'll get monthly a certain amount. Depending on your investment, you'll get monthly, you'll get this much amount. And that amount can come, either you can withdraw it monthly, or you can withdraw it quarterly, or you can withdraw it a half yearly. Every 6 months it will come to you, or you can withdraw it annually, at annually the entire lump sum for the year. All right. So this plan is pretty curious, right? Because FD, what you do, you put up a certain amount and you get the return for these many years. Like when the maturity period comes, you get that amount you invested plus interest. But this says you will be paid back after this many, after 20 years, every month until your death, you're going to be paid. How do you calculate this? How do you calculate this? How much should I invest so that I get this much amount of money at the end of my retirement? And this LIC's one is much more, there are much more offers. Like I think there is things like you can withdraw the money at any time, and then you can, if something happens to you, your spouse would get higher, the amount you invested, that will be given to your spouse. But imagine this, for 20 years, you invested 1 lakh each. So all of a sudden, a total amount of 20 lakh comes to you. So quite interesting, right? So the term here is annuity. The term that we are going to work on is annuity here. Annuity is a process where you either put a lump sum amount together, or you invest for a certain amount of years, say 4 years, you invest this much amount. Say for 4 years, you invested 4 lakh rupees. And after 4 years, for lifetime, how much money should you wanted to get paid 4 lakh for 4 lakh per month after 4 years. So for 4 years, how much should you invest to the bank so that it's not a loss for the bank and it's not a loss for you? All right. So we're going to look into that. That's a unit 2 in our syllabus. Now, I just introduced this because I remember I also am familiarizing. I knew what this is. I knew that there is such a policy, but I never knew how that policy works. And only when I was reading up about annuity to teach you guys, that was in December, not now. And I realized, oh, this is the policy that they told us about. This is actually a very interesting policy because it's actually saving a lot for your retirement. Your retirement is secured with this. All right, now let's get back to our business. So switch my screen. Oh yes, whoever started the recording, thank you. Now, okay. Can you see my OneNote? Are you able to? Yeah, I see a thumbs up. Thank you. And right. An annuity is a constant sum of money received or paid each year for given number of years. Once you see the problems, you'll get a picture of what exactly this stands for. And so basically, you pay a certain amount until a point, and then you receive certain amount of money for lifetime or for a certain period of time. All right. Investing in annuity is mostly a very good option because what happens is uh, by the time of your retirement, you don't know how much, you don't know what to do. Most of the annuity plans offered by insurance companies like LIC, thing is you also have an option. Suppose you wanted the capital you invested withdrawn. To some percentage, you can withdraw from it. And suppose something happens to you, all of a sudden your close ones will get a huge lump sum amount from the whatever you invested, along with a certain amount of interest will come to your close ones. So annuity is a really good way of saving money and planning your retirement. All right. Now, so annuity can be purchased in two ways. Purchased in two ways. One is single payment, and two is number of payments, repeated payments. So repeated. Okay, I'll use number of payments. Number of payments. All right, now, so usually an annuity run until one's death, and with a guaranteed terms. Some companies say you will get like for 20 years since retirement, or some companies would say until death. And even then, they'll do a lot of calculation before they give you this promise. How they do it is they will assure that it is not a loss for the company. They'll consider the average life expectancy into calculation. And with all those information, they'll say we'll pay for life, or we will pay for up to 30 years after retirement. All right. And many of them will offer you a certain amount going forward. All right. Now, to calculate annuity, this is what you have to do. No, actually, last day, this wealth management course, this all content. Last day, I was talking to one of my students who's doing actuarial sciences now. So in one of her papers, she has cleared 3 papers. She's going ahead for the 4th one. And each paper she clears, she got a 35% hike in her. So it's a really good and attractive field and worth giving a shot if you want to. It's like CA, but it involves mostly statistics and insurance and all these. So it involves maths, statistics, business mathematics, statistics, and economics mainly. So if you're interested, you can try it out. One of my students, she's working and she called up to say, I taught her 5 years, 6 years ago. She called up to say, I got a hike of 35% from the company because she cleared one paper. So all these come handy for such exams as well, not just for your personal finance. Now, when your LIC agent is explaining it to you, or when your insurance agent is explaining all this to you, you also can understand what they are saying better, right? So it's worth understanding what are these. Now, there is an assessment formula. It is given by the present value of annuity an annuity of $1. Sorry, yeah, we are in INR rupees 1 per annum receivable or payable for n years commencing in 1 year, discounted at R percentage per annum, can be calculated using present value is equal to 1 by R into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus R to the power n. Notice the formula 1 by R into 1 minus 1 by R, 1 by 1 plus R to the power n, 1 plus R to the power n. This is the formula. The brackets, you have to be careful. So we'll add a note. Note that present value of an annuity, it is calculated for rupees 1, right? Of rupees 1. It is, not that, it is present value of annuity of rupees 1. And so you need to multiply it by the actual value of annuity. Now, I am okay. So I think the borrowing theory part is done. Let's start with the problems. All right, we'll do a simple problem, 1 or 2 problems. I'm also running out of my battery, so just I'm sorry it's just very less interactive. I wished I could make it interactive, but unfortunately I am a bit burnout today. I already had 4 hours over that. A little tired, but yeah, I'll try to make it up for it in the next class. So instead of yesterday's class, I'll take a class on Wednesday. According to your timetables which was sent to us, I think there is only 2 or 3 people for whom the classes are clashing. If anything otherwise, please get in touch. We'll try to figure out some way. All right. Now, question. We'll do an example problem. The annuity formula. All right. Oh yeah, and then I should ask this question. Now, how many of you think that you should invest for your retirement when you're working? As in, when you're working itself, start saving up for your retirement. You can give a thumbs up or surprised if you don't think you should. If you strongly think you should save up, clap or hands up or any other emoji. React. Yeah. Good. Many of you are awake already that you should save. Others, I'm not sure because they seem to be lost. Now, you're aware of different ways of, we already discussed about one way of saving, FD. An annuity is another way of saving. And this is discussed mostly in terms of retirement because retirement is when you have to stop investing. And this you need to have returns as as it goes forward. All right, that's the reason why annuity is a huge factor. when it comes to retirement. And also there are, I don't know if you know, there are things like endowment funds. They also weekly works on this. So example, the annuity formula. Has it appeared up to example the annuity formula in your screen? If yes, can you give some reaction? Because I am also running it on a different device. On that, it's stuck at EXAMPL. Can someone unmute and say or put it in chat? All right, I'm hoping that it is. What is the question is what is the present value of rupees 4 lakh per annum for years 1 to 4 at a discount rate of 10 percentage per annum. All right, to calculate this, what is your n here? Your n here is 4. And your R, if you look at the annuity formula, you need two terms here. And the terms you require are N and R. So N here is 4 for 4 years, years 1 to 4. And R here is 10 percentage or 0.01. That is nothing but 0.1. Yeah, 10 by 100. Because percent means per 100. That's what the word percent means. Percentum, per 100. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Now, how do we solve this? Present value. So notice this. So we said present value is equal to 1 by r into 1 plus 1 by r into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus r to the power n. And then they said this is for rupees 1. And for rupees, for suppose your initial actual value is a, then you'll have to multiply this present value by a to get present value of the annuity. So present value will be equal to our the we want to calculate present value for 4 lakh, and the formula we need to multiply that with present value for rupees 1. For rupees 1, the present value is 1 by r into 1 minus 1 by 1 minus r to the power n. This is equal to 4 lakh into r is 0.1, 1 by 0.1 into 1 minus 1 by 1 minus 0.1 to the power n is 4. Can you tell me what is the sum? What is the total? What is the answer for this? Can you calculate and put it in the chat box? What will this be after calculation? Oh, yes, I wrote the formula wrong, right? It is 1 plus r. Yeah. Thank you for pointing it out. Yeah, it is 1 plus r here. I wrote it wrong. Yeah. Thank you. 1 plus r. Yeah. Thank you for pointing it out. I am. Can you please make correction and do the problem? Tell me the answer. That seems to be a little wrong. Does anyone else have the calculated value? One by 0.1 is nothing but 1 by 10 by 100. Flip it, you have 100 by 10, which again becomes 10 into 1 minus 1 by 1.1 to the power 4. And 1.1 to the power 4 is 1.4641 into 4 lakh into 10 into 1 minus 1 by 1.4641, which comes to 1 minus 0.683, which comes 4 into 10 into 1 minus 0.653. 10 into 1 minus 0.653 is 0.317, which is equal to 4 lakh into 3.17 approximately. It is not 0.683 something and all. There is a tail for it. And yes, you are left with 1267 rupees, 12 lakh 67,940.1. Approximately 6,948. I am going by the values you guys gave. Or yeah, 1.97. Depending on your calculator's precision, your answer may differ. You got the idea, right? Now, can you do this? I'll give you 2 questions. You quickly try to solve it. So this given n is equal to 4, and r is equal to 10%. Given n is equal to 4 and r is equal to 10%, find present value for of 1. Can you find it? You have both the values which are required. Can you find the present value for rupees 1 when n is equal to 4 and r is equal to 10? Substitute in the formula 1 by r into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus r to the power n. Can you calculate? Someone's got 3.169. Others? You will get the answers around 3.3.0 approximately. All right. Okay, is equal to r is 10 into 1 minus 1 by, oh, r is not 10, r is 0.1. And that was 3.169 for approximately 3.7. Now, what about say A? B, what if your n was equal to r is equal to 2.5 percentage? Can you find present value of annuity for rupees? Find the, we'll call this present value for annuity for rupees 1 as annuity factor. Find annuity factor. Annuity factor equal, we have r is equal to 9.5. So 1 percentage 1.095 into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus 0.09. Our n is 3. So can you calculate and tell me what this value is? Can you calculate? What would this value? Into 1 minus 1 by 1 cube is equal to 2.50 2.5089. All right. Did others calculate? Can you confirm? 2.5089. And yes, 2.5089 or approximately 2.509. Did others get it? 2088, yeah, depending on your calculator. Small, as in minor change will be there in the answer, but approximately 2.509. Yeah. All right, good. Now, let's do one more problem. I think there is time for one. Oh, there's time for two more. Okay, let's see. Third one. For 20 years at a rate of 25%. For 20 years at a rate of 25%. So what is your N? What is your R? R is a percentage is equal to 25 percentage equal to 0.2. N is equal to 20 years. So can you calculate what is the annuity factor? By 0.25. Yes, sorry, into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus 0.25 to the power 20. And can someone find out the final answer? There is one response, 3.9538. And yeah, it is in fact correct. I'll give 3.95 approximately. Yeah. For getting the answer, and I don't know if it is my lack of energy or you guys are also worn out. I see only 2 people responding for last 3 or 4 questions and a maximum of 10 people responding. I hope you guys are understanding. If yes, can you give me some kind of reaction? One, two, three people, 4, 5, 6 people awake, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 10 is a huge number to keep awake. Okay. All right. Now, now there are more reactions. All right. Now you get an idea, right? How the calculation is done. Now we'll do more problems in the coming session and we will do different variations of this. So annuity is till a fixed time we pay. All right. And we have another way of finding the annuity factor. And that is something we have to familiarize ourselves with. as days goes by. And then we have something called a perpetuity. A perpetuity is an annuity which lasts forever. Instead of stopping after n years, it will just continue on. And from perpetuity, we'll start talking about mortgages, loans, and everything. All right. Now, with that, I'll wind up for now. Anyway, tomorrow, hopefully, I'm hoping that by 12 tomorrow, your papers will be ready. Operative papers will be ready. You can come and collect. And if there are any query, you can clarify it here itself. Hopefully, sir and I will be here. So you can clarify your queries here itself. And I read through your feedback. Thank you for wonderful feedback. Very encouraging. At the same time, I understand that many of you felt that more problems should have been given for practice. I'll try to collect more problems. I'll try to create more problems and pass it on. I really thought this week I'll dedicate to it, but unfortunately, the week didn't turn out as expected. So try my best to collect a lot more problems in each section so that you can practice better. Okay. Any questions on what was discussed today? None? Okay. Now, can you give